Jack Welch was a famous CEO, chairman, and ended up, being the CEO of a company called GE, which is General Electric. But unique thing about Jack Welch is he was asked to come in because GE was scaling too big, too fast as a company, and they didn't have the infrastructure in place to be able to grow at the rate that they were growing. So they asked Jack to come in, but he said, hey, I don't understand the business yet. I need to start at the bottom. I need to understand, what do the janitors do? What do the bottom, line sales reps do? What do the assistant managers do? What do the managers do? And then he wanted to work his way up. So finally, after a couple of years, he got all the way up to the CEO position of General Electric, and then he devised a plan into 4 phases. Today, I'm just going to talk about one of the phases that he devised, and it's called the vitality curve. And what the vitality curve is, it looks like a bell curve, what you guys are probably more commonly know of, but it forces managers or encourages managers to rank employees amongst each other and take action behind it. So there's the top 20, the bottom 10, and the middle 70%. And what he said for the top 20% of people, that he actually said that the top 20% of people actually bring 80% of a company's value. And you think about it, right? For any of those sports fans out there, you go and watch, the LA Lakers. People are going to the games to watch LeBron. We're selling LeBron jerseys. We're selling tickets for the LeBron show. They're not going to see the LA Lakers to, watch the left bench. So again, the people for the top 20%, you want to incentivize those people. You want to give those people bonuses. You want to give them, more time, more value, because again, they're really holding the weight of your business. The bottom 10% on the other side of the spectrum, those people, he actually said that those people end up taking away from the other 90% of the company. We've all seen those people. Maybe we've been those people before. But what he said were those people are the individuals that probably need to be let go or have critical conversations, and they need to decide pretty quickly before they end up being, a detriment to your business. And then going into the middle 70%, right? That's the bulk of your business. What he said is everyone starts out in the middle 70%. But the unique thing about that is, doesn't matter, your experience, your age, your demographic, your college education. He said, no matter what, everyone starts in the middle 70%, but you actually don't stay there for long. He said, you come in and you either rise to the occasion and end up migrating over to the top 20%, or maybe you surround yourself with the wrong people and end up finding yourself in the bottom 10% and then ultimately probably leaving. So again, all these factors are super important. And now I know a lot of you are probably asking, so where do I fall? Do I fall in the top 20%? Do I fall in the bottom 10? Am I still in the 70? He said you rank them on 3 things. First one being production. Doesn't matter what industry you're in, production and producing value is super important. If I were to work at McDonald's and I was a burger flipper, and I was only putting out 2 burgers an hour, probably wouldn't have a job anymore, right? So you have to be able to produce something. The second one is going to be accountability, right? Do you have a growth mindset? Do you have a no excuse mindset? We're human beings, we make mistakes, no worries, but are you the person to step up and say, hey, my bad, I'll do better? Or are you the person that wants to blame other people? And then lastly is growth. Where did you start versus where are you finishing? Or where are you now, right? You have to have some level of, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, are you moving up and to the right, or are you kind of staying complacent, staying in the same place? So what Jack said was that the bottom 10%, maybe they have about one of those things, right? Maybe they're a great producer, they get out a lot of burgers, but they're the least accountable person, and they're showing no growth. They don't want to build the team. The middle 70%, he said, they have about 2 of those things, right? Maybe they, are producing, and so obviously they're going through the business and they want to build a team, but they're the least accountable person ever, right? They were late, not because they, woke up late, it's because of, traffic. Right, blaming everyone else besides themselves. And then he said the top 20% has all 3 of them, right? They produce to some level, they have a certain level of accountability. So then they're obviously growing through, the industry or the business. So I always like to, talk about this meeting because again, it gives an understanding of hey, if I'm new or if I'm a veteran and I've been here a while, where do I lie? Just because you're in one section of the bell curve doesn't mean you're going to stay there for long either, right? If you're in the bottom 10%, you understand, hey, maybe I gotta, make some changes. Maybe I need to have some conversations. Maybe I need to surround myself with different people. If you're new, again, you're in that middle 70%, so you're in a very, crucial moment of your career and deciding, are you gonna go up or are you gonna go down? And then the bottom or the top 20%, again, just because you're there doesn't mean you're going to stay there. You still have to, show consistency through production, through growth, and through your accountability as well. My best piece of advice is if you want to be the best, surround yourself with the best. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. Actually, if you are the smartest person in the room, you're probably in the wrong room. Surround yourself and duplicate and, follow the individuals that you want to be, and you'll become them as well.